Hi there, Internet Associate. It's Anthony, and I'm about to watch another episode of The Walking Dead. So, this is season 3, episode 2, and it's called Sick, which apparently everybody is deep down. This is the second episode of the third season. At the end of last episode, it looked like they were about to, well, they did run into another group of people that actually aren't hungry for flesh. So, that's pretty interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen with that. And just what else they're going to have happen this season. Hershel got bit and they cut his leg off, and I'm hoping he's going to be all right. I don't know, man. I feel like like I said, they wouldn't do that whole leg cut off thing if he wasn't going to be all right. Hopefully he doesn't just die right now at the beginning of this episode. That would suck, but anything can happen on this show. So let's go ahead and get into it. Walking Dead, season 3, episode 2, Sick. Right where we left off.
Who the hell are you? Who the hell are you? He's bleeding out. We gotta go back. Come around here.
We're like, you came in our place.
I need a hand here. Won't you do that?
Show the blood.
Let's go.
Hey, look at his leg. They're like, what did we just see? They're like, what just happened? Who are these people? Oh man. That's yeah, I do feel for them. They probably been holed up here, and then these random people just bust in. Dang, man.
Oh my god, you got it. Yeah. Maybe you got it.
If he bleeds out, he's gonna turn either way, whether it got in there or not.
Or anything. I'll go get the towels from the backpack next to my bed. Is he gonna
Oh
die?
man.
No, he's gonna be okay. He's gonna be okay.
You have no reason to believe he's gonna be okay, but I guess that's nice to say.
Today's your lucky day, fellas. You've been pardoned by the state of Georgia. You're free to go.
What's going on in there?
Ain't none of your concern.
Don't be telling me what's my concern.
Chill, Dad. Yeah, and I gotta check on my own lady.
Group of civilians breaking into a prison you got no business being in. Got me thinking there ain't no place for us to go.
Should go find out.
Maybe we'll just be
Wow,
going.
so wait, do they not know what's going on? Like, have they just been locked up and they don't even know? Like, wait a minute, what? Now Rick has to go and do damage control on this stuff.
Everyone relax. There's no need for this.
How many of you in there?
Too many for you to handle.
Why don't you take them to a hospital?
Yeah, they don't know what's going on.
How long you been locked in that cafeteria?
Going on like 10 months.
How they survive? They just got all the food in there? It's got a lot of food in that cafeteria.
You know.
There is no army.
What do you mean?
There's no government, no hospitals, no police.
This sounds like a joke.
And my old lady. Yo, you got a cell phone or something that we can call our family?
You
No.
just don't get it, do you?
No phones, no computers.
None of that. Man, it must be crazy to go back outside for them, though.
It is mine. I still got personal artifacts in there. That's about as mine as it gets.
Whoa. Maybe let's try to make this work out so everybody wins.
Thank
See
you.
that happening? Neither do I.
You know, Rick's like, nah.
I ain't going back in that cafeteria for one more minute.
There's not enough room in there for everybody. Yeah, exactly.
Leave. Try your luck out on the road.
Landing here will spot us some real weapons. Won't you, boss?
How stocked is that cafeteria?
You can lose the sarcasm, but yeah, you're right. He is the boss. And the cafeteria must be really stocked to keep them alive for 10 months.
Must have plenty of food. 5 guys lasting almost a year.
Sure as hell don't look anybody's been starving.
I was thinking that too, but I was like, I don't want to say that. I don't want to sound like I'm trying to fat shame or something, because that's not cool.
Didn't you hear him? There's only a little left.
Bet you got more food than you got choices.
Oh,
If I so much as even catch a whiff of your scent, I will kill you.
yeah, I know you.
Deal.
Thank you. I know you think you tough and hard because you've been in prison and everything, but this man Rick has been through the gauntlet these last few months. That man is like harder than anyone now. Like he could look at his eyes. Like that guy's usually probably like a real tough guy, but he looked in Rick's eyes. He was like, okay, you know what? I'll listen to him.
Just stop eventually, right? It's slowed down quite a bit already.
Yeah, it has to stop eventually when he
If we can
dies.
get him through this, we'll need crutches.
And a wooden
Right now, we
peg.
could use some antibiotics.
Looks like a decent amount to me. He said not much.
That's what you call a little bit of food.
Goes fast.
Oh. What's in there?
Don't open that.
They told him.
You wanted to know.
Yeah. I don't know if it's gonna work.
Well, what are your options?
Kill him?
If that's what you think is best.
He just
Say
said
this
kill him.
now.
He said, but then if I actually go and do it. Oh, and that's right. Yeah, because she got mad at him with the Shane thing last time. And that's probably what Rick is so mad at her about, too.
Not for 1 second do I think there's malice in your heart. You're not a killer.
There's no malice in your heart. You're an approachable dude.
If it's time to go, it's okay.
Wow, they might really be about to kill him off, actually. Dang, man. I mean, like I said, I wasn't expecting Hershel to even be around this long. I thought he was going to die at the end of last season. But man, they would bring him over this season and then still just immediately kill him off. But I don't know. I still got my fingers crossed that he'll be able to hold on somehow. Man, if he dies right now, she's lying on him like that, it wouldn't be good. Man, these dudes don't have no experience with this, man. They might not be able to do nearly as well. Bruh. The brain! There's no structure here. Come on, y'all gotta get him in the brain. Oh my gosh, you're not even doing anything. Are they trying to let them die? Are you gonna let them get killed? You got medical supplies?
Check it out. But
Bet it's gonna love you.
Stay in tight formation. No more prison riot crap.
He said no more prison riot crap. Oh no, dang.
Carol, I can't.
Come on, we got it.
No way.
We'll be fine. We're not gonna be gone long.
Rick said for me
We're
to stay.
fine.
You can tell Glenn has a lot of respect for Rick, though.
I'm telling you, I don't feel anything. It's just a scratch.
We gotta save him.
There's nothing we can do.
You son of a bitch.
I'm on it.
Was one of their own. Okay, this guy's crazy. He enjoyed that. Like, calm down, man.
Come on. Hey, follow me. Come on.
They just be playing these things. Like, I feel like this guy is just enjoying this too much. Like why are you walking around like that? Like, he is enjoying this way too much.
He makes one move. Just give me a signal.
For real. If he did that to that guy, imagine what he'd do to the people that aren't in his crew. Yeah, man, that dude's hair must grow really slow. Or they were just somehow cutting each other's hair. Or their own hair in the cafeteria.
Bitches.
It's a bloodbath. Yeah, how do they keep track of who's the walker and who's one of them? Dang. See, that's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. And that was really because it was him. What was all that about?
Bro.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah, you want to make it look like an accident. Nothing accidental there. Yes. Like, please. He was just trying to defend the guy.
I got it.
Rick, you don't have to do this to him.
We don't have no affiliation with what just happened.
He said we don't have no affiliation.
Tell him, Oscar.
Come on, that guy was just... that's the guy he's been with. Don't kill him, Rick. Dang it, man. Is Rick gonna lock him in there? Screw you, Rick. What the heck? Rick is going too far. Rick is going way too far, man. Like, I figured he was about to kill the one dude because, like, that guy definitely did that on purpose when he tried to hit Rick. And Rick was like I said, no hesitation. He was like, you're in my way. Boom. You're done. But the other dude, I feel like that, him and that other guy have been locked together for 10 months now. Like, he saw this guy just come and kill him. He was like, oh, crap. And he probably didn't see that accidental swing or whatnot. So for a second, he was like, his instinct, I guess, was to defend the dude. But I'm mad at Rick for actually going and basically killing him. He tried to kill him, and then he put him in this situation where he's gonna get killed. Yeah, it might be over for him.
Do something!
Is he a walker? Is he a walker? Carl was ready.
You think this is sick? You don't want to know what's outside.
Consider yourselves the lucky ones.
Sorry about your friends, man.
Daryl still has some compassion.
Word of advice.
And T-Dog giving them advice. Rick is just like, better take what you get. This is all Shane's fault. I blame Shane for everything. I blame Shane for what Rick has become. Part of what Rick has become is good, but part of it is not. Like him killing that one dude.
Mom saved him.
It's true.
Okay, so good. He wasn't a walker. He just was gasping. Is he gonna make it, man? At this point, he has to make it. They're pulling it out so long. They're stretching this out. Stop playing with our emotions. You better not open his eyes and have walker eyes. Your eyes better be regular. He's opening his eyes.
Daddy?
Yes. Man, I feel sorry for this woman. She lost all her dignity. She's just a walker now, about to get, practice to be cut open on. What's that? This better just be the lady and Andrea or something watching them from afar. This better not be anything nefarious.
Well, life is a different story. Better or worse, right?
Sickness and health, too. So when y'all turn to a walker, don't try to act like that's an excuse to get out of the agreement.
You'd be dead if it weren't for you.
Yeah.
You're the one that acted fast.
Both of y'all are the reason he's still alive. That's something you can share. Dang. I don't know about Rick anymore. He's getting a little... It's like Shane died and went into him in a way. Only in a different way. He's not the same as Shane was. In fact, he's almost... I don't want to say he's worse than Shane. But, I mean, he seems to be a lot more, resolute than Shane. Well, Shane was very resolute. Maybe the only difference is that Shane had Rick to keep him at bay and to stop him from doing things. Rick doesn't really have anybody like that. So at this point, yeah, Rick, if he starts to get in a bad mood about something and he gets an idea and he's like, yeah, I want to kill this person or I want for this to happen, there's nobody that's going to stop him. And that's what's kind of scary about it. And, it's like previously with Rick, you wouldn't expect that to happen. You'd be like, okay, well, Rick is a guy where even if there's nobody to keep him at bay, that's okay because he doesn't need anybody to. But this episode, Rick was getting a little out of hand to me. Most of the stuff he did, I understood. Most of it, I can totally get behind. And I'm like, yeah, he should have done that. Like when the dude who was kind of the leader of that other group, the one that had the gun, was trying to accidentally hit him in that fight. Yeah, I was like, that's a sign that guy has to go because that was no accident. And he'll try something like that again because he sees Rick as somebody that can get in his way. So Rick killing him, I totally understood it. And I saw it coming. I'm like, the moment that happened and Rick was like, that was an accident, huh? Or it happens, like, nah. I'm like, no. Rick isn't about to let that slide. And boom, Rick killed him. Then the other guy, though, I just don't think that was right. Like, no. Like, it was just messed up. And then the way Rick was treating the other two that did get to survive, like, it's like, dang. I mean, I guess that wasn't that bad. I mean, he just wasn't being polite about things. But even still, man, I'm like, man, this guy is just turning into a cold-hearted killer jerk. Like, dang. I just hope it doesn't overtake him too much. I hope he doesn't get too far gone. It's fine that he's getting more hardened and more resolute in himself and just thinking my way or the highway, and I'll kill somebody if they're in my way, and that's what needs to happen to protect me and my own. I mean, in this world, I understand that, but if it just gets to the point where he's like, oh, like, I kind of don't like you, and I feel like maybe you could get in my way, even though you haven't really given me any reason to think that, so I'm gonna kill you too. Like, that's where it gets kind of ridiculous, and where I think, you know, I mean, we can clearly see the difference between this Rick and the old Rick. Imagine how the old Rick was trying to talk about, remember last season, the old Rick was saying, you don't just kill somebody. It can't just be that easy. It can't. And this season, it's that easy. Clearly, it's that easy for him. I guess it's really just up to the viewer to decide whether they think this is positive character growth or negative. I mean, in this world, people get pushed to certain limits and they become certain things that I guess we can't really fathom without being in that world. It's sad to see the rift that has come between Rick and Lori this season, since in the past they've usually been so tight-knit, and at the end of the day, they've always, you know, come back together and cared about each other. But now it's like Lori's trying to reach out to Rick, it feels like, and she's still trying to be a good wife, as she says, and she's trying to find a way to connect again and make things work. But Rick seems to really just not be interested right now. I'm hoping that when the baby comes, maybe that'll help things, and that, you know, Rick won't be as mad at Lori. I'm guessing part of the reason he's so mad is because, you know, she got mad at him for killing Shane last season, when she was the one that had initially been talking about, well, you say you're going to protect your family and you've had to kill people to protect your family, and Shane is a threat to the family. That's what she was basically saying. And then when he ends up killing Shane, she got mad. So Rick was probably mad about that for sure. And yeah, it's clear that now he's kind of had it up to here with Lori. And he's like, I'll protect you and all, but I just don't feel like talking to you. I don't want anything to do with you right now. I hope that that'll pass, because Rick and Lori are such a great couple. And, you know, don't want to see them having trouble in paradise like this. And I mean, this is a terrible paradise, obviously, but still, I'm glad that Hershel seems to be fine. Obviously, he's not fine, but it looks like he'll survive. And it was a really touching moment that they had there, though, with Maggie and Hershel, where Maggie was kind of letting go. And that's where I was like, maybe they really are going to let Hershel die. Because like I always say, usually when a show ends an episode and it looks like a character is about to die, like something grave happens to them, typically they don't actually end up dying the next episode because they were really just trying to drag the suspense out. But when they started having the moment between Maggie and Hershel, I was like, oh, wow, maybe he is going to die. Maybe they saved that for this episode so that they could have this moment for Maggie. But fortunately, Hershel still seems to be okay. He probably won't be able to do that pregnancy deliverance of the baby, though. So Carol's going to have to figure that out. She's been practicing on a walker, which is pretty wild. And I don't know what type of like anesthesia and stuff they have there. And like, so I don't know if Lori's going to have to be awake during, I don't know how that's going to work. But that's definitely going to be gruesome when we get to that point. But hopefully it'll all end up working out and we're not about to like lose Lori or lose the baby or anything. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we lost the baby, because I kind of can't see how that would work, having a baby in the midst of all this. But at the same time, I can see how it would work, because I can see how that would just complicate things even more. And I can definitely imagine them having a lot of issues that have to do with that. So I guess story and plot wise, I can still see them having that happening rather than them just building this all up to the baby dying or something. I can really see both of those things happening, because this is Walking Dead and they just like to make things depressing, you know? But I would hope that they didn't do this whole baby storyline just to end up having the baby die. So that would be very sad. So hopefully once this baby comes, that'll help things a little bit, even though it's going to make things way harder. babies make people happier, you know? So hopefully in that regard, things will get a little bit cheerier. I don't know. We didn't get any Andrea this episode, so I can't wait to see when we'll see her again and, you know, what all's going on with her and the lady that she's with. And I really liked Carl's contribution to this episode. I really liked Daryl and T-Dog this episode. I liked Glenn. Like all the supporting characters, I'm growing to like them more and more every single episode. Like, I mean, they're awesome. Rick is definitely starting to kind of make me side eye him a little bit. But I'm really liking the direction that a lot of these other characters are going, man. So, and I even like the direction that Rick is going from a writing standpoint. I just obviously am personally mad at him, but objectively, it's interesting for a character. So, what you gonna do? I guess that'll be it for this episode. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about it. Like the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more. And if you're interested in seeing the full uncut reactions, you can head on over to Patreon, where they are posted way ahead of the YouTube schedule. Until next time, I will see you all later. Goodbye.